Dear students, we are now looking at a question that relates to chattels, where we're going to use the 6,000 rule for chattels. And because there is a situation where the proceeds are more than 6,000 and the cost is less than 6,000. Okay, so let's understand the question and attempt it. So it's a good question. It's a disguised like question. Like you see the question and so you see it's a very easy question, but there is a twist in this question that could make the question wrong. Okay, so what is Heather's capital gains arising on the sale of antique vase? Heather sold an antique vase in October 2025 for net proceeds of 6,800. Now here is the tricky part. They have given you the net proceeds. Like the net proceeds are the actual proceeds less any cost, the selling cost. Okay, so after deducting selling cost of 2,300. Okay, so like this 6,800 has come after deducting this 2,300. She had originally purchased the vase in June 2016 for 4,980. Now this is less than 6,000 and the proceeds are more than 6,000. So we can say like we have to find out the value. So in this case, we have to get two calculations. We have to perform two calculations. So the first one is the normal calculation for capital gains. Okay, so that is the proceeds less the selling cost, and we have the net proceeds. Okay, so and then we deduct the cost less the cost. What is the cost? And then we can have the capital gain. So we know the net proceeds. The net proceeds are 6,800. We know the selling cost, which is 2,300. So if we add these two, 6,800 plus the 2,300, we would have the net proceeds. We would have the gross proceeds rather. So I could just write it here, the word gross. How have I calculated? I took the net proceeds that is available and I also take the selling cost and I came up with the gross proceeds. Okay, you can say why I have calculated the gross proceeds. I will explain. So here we have the net proceeds. From net proceeds, we deduct the cost, which is 4,980, and we have the gain. So that is one working that we had to do. So that is, so what we get, the gain is 1,820. Okay, so this is one of the calculation. The other calculation, the capital gain on sale of antique vase according to Chattel rule, the 6,000 Chattel rule. Okay, the proceeds are more than 6,000 and the cost is less than 6,000. Okay, so what is the procedure? Here the word comes the gross proceeds. Okay, less 6,000 multiply by 5/3. So this is the calculation. So you see, this is why I calculated the gross proceeds. Students would incorrectly take the net proceeds, 6,800. Okay, so that would be wrong. So we have to take the gross proceeds. The gross proceeds here I calculated as 9,100. So 9,100, that's the 6,000 multiplied by 5 divided by 3 would give me the gains figure. So these are the two calculations that we have to perform. So let's see, 9,100 minus the 6,000, that gives us 3,100. So 3,100 multiplied by 5 divided by 3. Okay, so here we go. We have got this calculation, which is 5,167. Okay, so the lower amount from the two calculations will become chargeable. or capital gains. So according to that, the lower amount is the normal one, which we did through the normal calculation. Okay. At times, like I would say more than 90%, this calculation ends up having the lower gain. Okay. But here in this case, the gross proceeds were higher and the cost was quite low. So they ended up having to pay the gain figure is 1820. Okay. So you see, this innocent looking question can be challenging one. I hope you're comfortable. We have applied the Chattels rule here, and we've also did the normal calculation. Okay, excellent.